morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Monday, January 28, 2013. We're in London today. The situation in Queensland, Australia has become much worse. The insurers there, the Insurance Council of Australia has declared a natural disaster area, a statewide catastrophe declaration for the entire state. Tornadoes, storms, and flooding have hit the state center and southeast, forcing the evacuation of hundreds of homes and tens of thousands of people without power. According to the Insurance Council, this catastrophe declaration is the result of the first cyclone to come close to the coast this season, and the Weather Bureau is warning that it's highly possible we'll see many more before the end of the summer. More details are coming out on Kohlberg Kravis Roberts, KKR's investment in Nephila Capital. Apparently, according to the Royal Gazette this morning in an article by Jonathan Kent, they purchased a 24.9% stake in the company. They're leaving the hedge fund manager Man Group with an 18.75% stake. Most of the acquisition apparently is coming from the founders, Frank Majors and Greg Haggood. Interestingly, Nephila added that the founders are going to take all the proceeds that they receive from KKR and reinvest them in Nephila funds. So that's certainly putting your money where your mouth is, both for Greg and for Frank. Of course, the other news in South America at the end of the summer vacation down there, because of the difference in the hemispheric solstice, the bodies of about 230 young people were found in a nightclub after a fire occurred, apparently due to some sort of firework display occurring during a nightclub act. A barge laden with about 80,000 gallons of oil struck a railroad bridge in Vicksburg, Mississippi on Saturday night, spilling about 80,000 gallons of light crude into the Mississippi and closing the waterway for miles and miles away. Authorities are saying that because the Gulf of Mexico is about 340 miles south of Vicksburg, it poses little threat insofar as the Gulf of Mexico being reached by this slick. The Boeing 787 investigation has taken a different turn now. Apparently, investigators have shifted away from the battery maker, and they're now looking at the manufacturer of a monitoring system. The monitoring system made by the Kanto Aircraft Company, also another Japanese company, produces a system that monitors voltage, charging, and temperature of the lithium-ion batteries. So the battery may have performed as expected, but possibly what may have happened is that the notification indicators didn't work as expected. A source in British Airlines today told me that of all of the 787s in the world that have been grounded, apparently all 50 have been grounded. One airline, Ethiopia Airlines, is still flying the plane. And Israeli intelligence officials, this is a very interesting story, it appeared in the Times of London this morning, have confirmed that a major explosion has rocked the Iranian nuclear facility. Now, when I say the, I mean the big one at Fordo outside the whole city of Qom that is under several hundred feet of granite. This is the facility that Prime Minister Netanyahu and President Obama have been talking about is soon to become in such a state of hardness, so to speak, that a conventional missile or explosion is not going to be able to reach it. However, according to reports that came out Friday, there was a blast deep within the Fordo facility last Monday, destroying much of the installation and trapping about 240 personnel deep underground. The article claimed that the blast shook the facility within a radius of 3 miles, and that the Tehran to Qom highway was shut down for several hours after the blast. If this in fact is true, and the Israelis are confirming that it is, we may no longer have an Iranian nuclear enrichment problem. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.